Who knew that? Yes. Thought I go drag your daddy.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey.
What's up, friends?
We are so happy to be back. Yes. This episode, well, it wasn't boring.
Better than last week. Thank God.
Better than last week.
We was drinking that tequila and I would have been asleep if it was last week.
Yeah.
We're going to get into our recap rundown.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to kick things off with Andre and Libby.
Yay.
And Becky and Charlie and Dad and everybody. The whole clan. So we finally saw Andre get to go to a house. Mm-hmm. But not quite.
Not quite. Because Becky came and was like,
boom!
Who's up in here trying to take my money? This is my listing. Blah, 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 blah. First of all,
go ahead.
Before we even get into it, that whole plot was so weak, so scripted, so transparent.
TLC, we're going to need y'all to do better.
Do a little bit better.
If Becky was really that upset or whatever, I feel like she would have had a little bit more fire, a little bit more spice. It was just a little too, why is he here?
Yeah. It was,
and that was fake. It was set up. It wasn't real. Mm-hmm. Like, y'all needed a story for Andre. And honestly, y'all could have just left him out this episode and saved us the time, y'all. We only got one life. And we wasting all this time on fake storylines.
Yeah. That was whack.
That was terrible. But Andre needs to cool down. Like, I need you to, not cool down, I need you to pipe down about a good 10 notches.
Yeah.
Because you up here, and I'm going to need you to bring it down. In addition to Charlie, who also needs to bring it down. Charlie, okay? Where you talking about you going to be dishing out orders and stuff. All of y'all work for the daddy. And just like when we was watching the show, Dad, you should have said, pause, everybody, skirt, because all y'all work for me.
Right. I'm the boss.
So if all y'all don't shut up, ain't none of y'all gonna get a check. Period. So they was in there fighting over the listing, fighting over who's gonna do what, who's gonna listen to who, and
I mean, I don't know the process of flipping houses, but you're going through a walkthrough, so it seems like we don't even know if we're gonna take on this house as a project. That's what it seemed like to me.
Well, I think the house was theirs. They were just trying to decide on like what are they gonna do, or what is the vision for this bathroom? Are we gonna rip these?
And they never got to it because Becky comes storming in and talking about
as soon as they got in the house. It was because Charlie and Andre met. They did a little fist pound. They probably could have had a decent walkthrough, mm-hmm. But then here comes Becky, turns it into a whole thing, and now Charlie's.
Mm-hmm. It was a mess. They just needed to create some drama because this whole episode was full of toxicity, and they were like, you know what? This actually could have been a turning point for these folks, and Andre getting, a little bit better with, the family. But no, let's interject some toxicity because that's what we need. We need more toxicity in these crazy ass white people. I don't have time. Seriously.
No. And so that was fake, and we're moving on. To the OGs, Natalie and Mike. So toxic, Mike. You are toxic. We have already talked a lot about Natalie's toxicity in previous seasons.
With it.
We've talked about it a lot. Now, Mike, you're revealing how toxic you are.
Yeah. If I were to grab a book, a dictionary, if you will, and I were to look up two wrongs don't make a right, I would find both of y'all. Because she was wrong for bringing up about the naked pictures, whether they were actually naked pictures or not.
Because I feel like that was the same convo from last season, from 90 Day, when they were having those issues.
Right, with the girl that she said he slept with, whatever. That happened, and then, but Mike, you were also wrong to just be like, you don't talk anymore, and I'm getting up and I'm leaving. Not only am I leaving this table, not only am I leaving this hotel, I'm leaving this whole damn city. I'm leaving Seattle, I'm going back home, and I'm leaving you here by yourself.
And you don't think they deserved an apology?
So that was just
shout out to you, Natalie, for trying to be the bigger person.
Yeah.
You know, that was a big step after seeing you season after season. Shout out to you, but Mikey was dead ass wrong because you should have followed that up with, well, you know, like I shouldn't have left you there.
Yeah.
You know, if I might have needed a moment, I could have walked away and came back. You were dead ass wrong.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. The fact that, like, he's looking at us, I didn't do nothing wrong in this situation.
No. And now you toxic on that level, and then you a big ass mama's boy. You not checking your mama about the stuff she's saying. She don't want to get your wife. Here's your wife.
Your wife.
Who doesn't eat poultry, doesn't want to consider her for this Thanksgiving meal.
Ooh, that was so wrong.
That was so rude.
And then, so he brings it up, and then she's like, oh, well, it's a stream down there. We can find a water moccasin, which is a snake.
And
not
it's
a
one of the
freaking
most
bitch.
deadly in the world.
It is a poisonous snake. Oh, yeah, we're going to feed it to her. What?
So not only do you not care about my dietary restrictions, you also want to kill me in the process.
And like, apparently she thought that that was like a funny little joke.
And Mike, you didn't say anything to correct this behavior. And now you're going to bring your wife into this situation. Oh, girl, talk about toxic. Talk about issues. Talk about problems. Mike, you are not innocent, honey. Okay? You are not.
You had our sympathies last time around.
I was Team Mike.
Not have them this time around. And you know, we was Team Mike up until he did the whole calling off the marriage on the day, on the day of.
Yeah.
And then we were like, no. So still looking at you very side-eyed. I'm not with it. But yeah, I do. Natalie, I do appreciate that you could try to be the bigger person and
she tried.
apologize.
Sis really tried.
The thing is, Natalie, and this goes for anybody else, apologies are great. I love to see them. But then you need to follow up with like actually changing your behavior.
Yeah. Because Natalie has apologized before.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And here we are.
Speaking of people who have apologized before, who's next on the list? Because
Brandon and Julia. Should you want to go somebody else?
I was thinking of Asuelu and Kalani.
Let's go there, and then we'll come back to Brandon.
Yeah,
okay. Asuelu and Kalani. Toxic. Y'all both toxic. Y'all both crying to get to each other. Like Asuelu using tears. Kalani, you have cried more tears. You could fill up my rainwater bucket. Okay? Like, my God.
Use it to water your plants.
Yeah. Girl. And there's another couple of like, y'all, neither one of y'all are perfect, but yet y'all spending all of this time highlighting the other person's flaws. Yeah. Rather than looking inward and saying, how can I be better for my marriage?
Yeah.
Ugh.
The whole, like, we need to spice up our sex life conversation.
Oh my God, talk about cringe. I'm sorry I gave away my cringe moment of the night because Jesus Christ,
it was a lot.
That was a lot. And Asuelu was not here for any of it.
He was not.
I felt you, Asuelu. I was with you. I'm like, this is too much. This is too hot for TV.
And I don't know. You know, the cameras obviously add an additional layer to it, but I don't think Asuelu would have been here for it even if there were no cameras. He was just not here
He just wasn't here for it. And then now I know this is about to be shown to millions of people all over the world. We talking about being secretaries and sex toys and... But then you followed that up, Kalani was saying you don't be feeling like having sex.
Yeah, no, and that
like,
was the
come
thing.
on, man, which one is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What? You talking about spicing it up, but you don't be feeling like doing it. So what's the reason to spice it up? If I'ma walk in dressed like a boss in a suit, and you gonna be like, no, babe, not tonight. Now I gotta whoop your ass because I done went through all of this stuff. I mean, come on. I thought that was hella weird.
Yeah, I don't know. That was strange. Their whole dynamic.
And then the bomb, not sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah.
We found that out. Kalani told her sister that while they were shopping for furniture to buy a home that they won't sleep together in.
Right.
That they also won't have sex in because the sex isn't spicy, but Kalani doesn't want to have sex.
Therapy, y'all. May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Mental health awareness. I need y'all.
Yeah. Find you a good qualified therapist. Go ahead and have those conversations. Because this is deeper than just like, oh, let's try to role play and
yeah, there's some other stuff and y'all need to figure it out. Dig deep when you go. Okay. Brandon and Jealous Julia.
Ooh,
Hashtag Jealous Julia.
She is doing the most.
Julia, we over it, sis.
Over you. Bro.
Now, before we drag you too much on being jealous, Julia, shout out to you for grabbing your future by the balls and calling around and getting an interview, even though Fish, you wrong. The lady you met when you wrong for not even letting Julia come sit in on a meeting or something, or dress fitting, anything. Yeah. She could have been bringing champagne to the brides.
Yeah.
I mean, something. Golly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do appreciate her desire to be like, you know what? No, this is my dream. I want to do wedding planning, event planning, you know, all this kind of stuff. Let me find somebody and go and meet with them. So I applaud her. She was willing to say, you know, I don't know. So as the expert, please tell me, Andre, you could take a real note on the way that she conducted herself in that meeting. But
because I feel like she would have, if the lady would have been like, look, I know you can't work yet, you're waiting on your green card, your decision, but if you want to come shadow and look for free, I feel like Julie would have said yes.
Yes.
Without any pay. And that's the part Andre is missing.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what sis needed to have done for our girl Julia, because that would have made a difference.
Shout out. Keep pushing, Julia. Keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
But on the other side of the coin, you're going to have to let this jealous look. And I think next week we're going to get a bigger look into it.
We're going to get
but just from the piece I saw, girl, it's not cute. You are a beautiful girl. You obviously care about, you know, yourself and keeping yourself healthy and all the things like this.
She goes to gym club, I imagine.
You know, and you have nothing to worry about. I don't think Brandon is out here worried about anybody else trying to cheat on you, but you gonna push the man off a damn cliff with all of this talk about
it. You are doing the most, sweetheart.
Oh God! So we'll see what happens next week when they get out and go to dinner with a friend. Now the friend was a little giddy talking about this movie. They stayed up all night watching. But I mean, I don't know. We Americans, we hang out with friends and it could be absolutely nothing. I don't know what it's like in other countries.
Right. There's other, you know, norms around those types of things. I never like when people are like, so Julia said that she did not trust Brandon having female friends, but it's okay for her to have male friends. Right. And then, like, no.
It's a no for me, sis.
It's either okay both ways or it's not okay both ways.
Yeah, like how men are just as sneaky and conniving as women. So if you don't trust women being around your man, I'm sure Brandon would have reservations around other men being around his woman, you know?
And as a woman, because Julia as a woman saying that kind of sounds like, well, I can't trust myself to be around other men.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Ooh.
So you saying you can't trust these other women to be around men who are in relationships? Is that because you yourself can't trust yourself to be around? Like, where does this come from?
Food for thought.
So, anyway.
Okay. Julia, we gonna catch you next week. But we're gonna need you to pipe down, sis.
Ooh.
Speaking of people struggling, I mean everybody's
struggling. Golly.
Tiffany and Ron.
Okay, let's start with what was positive.
Yes, the boy,
the little boy, whatever his name is, so cute. I mean, my God,
that's so heartwarming.
It really did.
Like him, just like being so excited to talk to his dad and show his dad what he did. You know, his dad and being Ronald, like showing up as a father figure. I mean, you got to give Ronald that for this young child to be that open and loving and caring about this person who is not their biological father. Speaks to Ronald's ability to connect to him. So that has to be highlighted.
That was the highlight probably of the whole episode.
So
definitely. that was great. But that was quickly overshadowed by Tiffany being like, okay, well, you go with your little baby sister because I gotta go drag your daddy for like, you know, the next 15 minutes. So they just, I don't know. Unfortunately, I just don't have high hopes.
I don't have high hopes. I think Tiffany is really only trying. I think we were shown that exchange with the son to kind of give us some more insight as to why Tiffany is trying so hard. Because, you know, if you watching your son really love on this human like this other person that you have decided to marry, then I feel like most people would feel like they owe it to their kid to try.
Yeah.
But I don't have a lot of faith that it's gonna work. Now Ronald did get a job at the bike shop.
He did.
So we'll see if he
temporary or not. It is a job.
It's a job,
you know.
And we'll see if he buys those tickets in the future to get his family to come see him.
At least the baby, you know, pay for little Carly. I think
he don't need to pay for Carly too yet.
I don't know. She probably can sit on somebody's lap.
When I said pay for one of the kids, he paid for the
big
boy. Yeah, pay for the son. And then, Tiffany, you get your own ticket. Now at least it's 50-50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, Ronald doesn't give me very motivated, driven, hustling individual. And Tiffany gives me very hustling, motivated, like she is a makeup artist. So she clearly out here grinding and hustling because she's taking care of 2 kids.
Yeah.
And alone, basically. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Which brings us to the last self-proclaimed single mom.
Girl.
Yara.
I can't believe when she said that. Talking about, oh, I'm basically a single. No, you're not.
No, you're not, honey.
No, you're not.
Just because your man goes work offshore, goes whatever he's doing for 2 months, does not make you a single mother.
No, it does not.
Girl, last time that I checked, you don't work. And he is taking care of you and that baby. Single, checked, handedly. Single, check. One check.
You know what she trying to say.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, one income.
It's only one income in this mug. And it ain't yours, Yara.
It ain't yours. So you don't, you get in, you got Gwen. Bomb drop Gwen and Jovi Daddy ain't married.
And who knew that?
Who knew?
Because
I
didn't know. We did not know.
Oh, that shook my boots.
Boots was shaking, baby.
I said, what?
Yeah, I did not know. Because showing up in 90 days, the regular 90 days, he came up into that house like it was his house.
They was together when they told them they was having a baby. I mean, I get their parents, though. They're going to be there for their kid, but it was really shocking. I just didn't see that coming.
Let me tell you, my folks is divorced, and
they ain't that giddy.
No.
I ain't gonna say it's impossible.
It's not impossible.
But I was shocked by it. I really was caught off guard. Y'all, I don't have kids, so I really struggle with speaking a lot on motherhood and especially new moms. But it was really stressful watching y'all at that restaurant. I was just like, girl, sit down. Jesus Christ. Sit down and enjoy your food, but I'm not a mom. So I don't know what
disclaimer
that's like.
On all of this. We not moms, but it was very stressful. And I think and I understand it because she is a new mom. Yeah. And she doesn't know. She's trying to figure it out for herself. So I understand it, but it was definitely very stressful to watch.
I'm stressed out.
But what advice I would like to share, again, disclaimer, not a parent. Jovi is your partner in all of this. And so this just like, oh, you don't know what I'm doing, what you're doing, so I'm just going to do it. You can't bathe the child. You can't hold the child. You can't change the baby pampers.
Can't look at him.
Like, nothing that he does is right, according to Yara. And so she's going to end up setting the tone where then he's not going to be helpful by the time baby Mila is like 3. And she's like, why don't you do this and why don't you do? Well, it's because you made
you created the situation. He's not going to hear your mouth, so he's just not going to do it.
He's just not going to do it. And he's already shown that he's that type of person anyway.
Oh, yeah. Like, we done seen Joey back up off it real quick. And just be like, fine, I'm not doing nothing, I'm not talking. He walked off from your ass at your great...
Sure did. At the wedding, at the bridal...
The engagement party, whatever it was. So, let him be a father to his child in his way. Y'all are trying to figure each other out. 2 different countries, 2 different parenting styles. Y'all need to have some better conversations around what parenting looks like and means like for y'all, and then allow each other the space to be those parents but in a way that you know builds up baby Mila. But
and y'all both are going to make mistakes. He's not the only one who's going to make mistakes.
yeah,
and it's okay. Like
you had the baby out at 4 days old, so most black women will look at you like you're a damn fool. But we ain't judging you. Do you, boo? It's your baby. So all we saying is everything y'all do won't be right. Everything he does, everything you do. But at least y'all can communicate and figure it out.
Yep. Is that all the couple?
That's all the couple. So that's the rundown. That's basically what happened this week. And I just realized we forgot somebody. Angela.
Oh my God.
How did we forget you, Angie?
How
we love
did we
you.
Yeah. So Angela done had her surgery. Her fine doctor done.
Dr. Michael, please. What do you do? I need some work done. I just need to come.
Just have a consultation. You don't even have to get the work done.
I don't need any work done. I need a consultation though. Like I just need to go to LA for like a week and just hang out with Dr. Michael.
Yeah.
I mean, is he married? We need to Google.
We gonna Google.
I mean, my God.
Yeah.
He looked even better on this episode.
He looked even better this episode.
What is happening? Did I switch the layers, TLC? God damn. He got finer.
Yeah.
He got finer on this episode. And I'm just like, Angela, please don't leave LA. Like, please don't leave.
We need another episode.
Like, we need another episode with Dr. Michael.
I think we're going to get it too because it looked like from the preview it's the post-op, you know?
Oh, God, thank God.
So we're going to get at least another episode with Dr. Michael.
And French, whoever she is, I don't even remember her role, but since this episode had on her French
she was a cowgirl up in this mug.
I don't understand what the dress code is in this doctor's office.
Come as you are.
Dr. Michael, you got it. You got it, boy, you got it.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, Angela just got her surgery this week. That was it. That was it. And we got to just watch Dr. Michael.
Take off 2 pounds per
2 pounds per tete.
And she still got plenty of pounds.
And she still got 3 to 4 left.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a lot.
We wish you a speedy recovery, Angela. Even though we've seen you recover, but we're just saying, you know, come on out off that anesthesia. Yeah. Let's see what you're talking about.
Stay away from the smoke.
Sorry we missed you.
Yeah. Let's see. So what was your cringe moment?
Girl. Asuelu and Kalani, I wasn't interested in listening to the role play sex talk conversation. I just wasn't here for it. And I'm looking at Asuelu be obviously terribly uncomfortable about this conversation, and Kalani continued to push it, and she's trying to explain to him what role play is and what sex toys are, and everything's just not for television.
Yeah.
And I'm no prude, okay? Let me just be honest. I'm no prude. But there's just some things I'm not interested in divulging on camera.
And obviously if your partner is uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable. If I'm talking to you and they like, I'm going to back off and be like, well, we can talk about this another time. I did not enjoy that at all. Yeah,
I would agree. That was the cringe moment. And then a preview of another cringe moment was just Julia and how she was acting all crazy, being jealous.
Oh, God. Yeah, that jealousy is disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, 60 seconds of advice. ChatBlk style.
Because I already gave my advice kind of to Jara. God, I've done that before. Yara. That's really who my main advice is. I guess a quick 15 seconds of advice.
All right, let's do it.
Brandon, if your woman is talking to you, pay attention to her. You already know she is crazy. So do not sit up there and continue to play the video games while you're having a conversation. And that goes for Brandon and anybody else, but especially for you. Like, Julia gives me homicide vibes.
Psychotic.
Like, why?
Let me tell you, future husband out there, if you decide to watch this show because you are just so ready to learn so much more about me, please know that I would have taken that joystick and tossed it across the room in the hopes of breaking it because you are not listening. Now, that might not be the appropriate response, and I own that.
I'd have got up and then plugged that mug.
I own that. But you don't ask me how was my meeting and my day, and then you don't even pause the game for the 30 seconds it's going to take me to tell you that the lady didn't even give me the opportunity. Okay? Or she told me to go meet new people. Right. You up here.
Yeah.
I'd have snatched that joystick out your hand. And please no. And tossed it. Hard. Okay?
Yeah.
So pay attention.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Next week, what are we excited to see, Hunty?
Well, the Mike and Natalie are going to Oklahoma.
Oh, girl.
And it looks like it is going to be just as bad as you expect it to be. So I'm looking forward
I'm sorry,
to
I'm with Natalie on this one. I'm not excited to go see Mike's mama. I'm not excited.
Oh, it's going to be
go.
bad. It's going to be a train wreck.
Definitely a train wreck. But I'm okay, good. Yeah, that's going to be good to see. For me, next week, I want to see how the food exchange at the dinner with Brandon's friends plays out. We see Julia walking off and everything, and we saw the friend mention like watching the movie, but I kind of want to see more. This season of Happily Ever After has given us a lot of build up, so I feel like we're gonna watch more of this play out, and I just want to see what else happened that leads up to Julia storming off and acting like that, because I'm hoping it was more. I hope this girl really said something to get under your skin, Julia, for you to have some saving grace.
You know,
I doubt it.
Yeah,
I doubt it. But I'm hoping. Yeah. I'm hopeful.
It's gonna be interesting to see the exchange.
Cause it's giving
Rebecca.
It's giving me Rebecca vibes when Rebecca was so insecure that this woman wanted to help Ziad move all his furniture while he was working at the chicken shack.
Except Ziad had enough sense to be like, oh no, thank you.
Oh no, help me. Brandon like, yeah, that movie we watched. And you know Julia is jealous.
Yep.
The girl didn't even want you to order a drink in Vegas.
Right.
Come on,
Didn't want you to talk to the damn waitress.
Come on. We'll see.
Yep.
Next week on the couch watching Happily Ever After, friends.
That's right.
Well,
I think that's all we got for today.
That's it.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Until next time, y'all. Bye.